What small act of kindness had a huge impact? A few years ago, I was going through one of the most difficult times in my life. I had recently lost my job and was struggling to find a new one. Bills were piling up, and I was on the verge of losing my apartment. I didn't want to burden my friends or family, so I kept everything to myself, trying to power through the overwhelming stress. One afternoon, I was at a local grocery store, buying the bare essentials. My heart was pounding in my chest as I counted the few dollars I had left, trying to make sure I didn't overspend. At the checkout, I scanned my items, but when the cashier told me the total, I realized I was short by a few dollars. I stood there, frozen, feeling utterly defeated. I began to apologize, ready to put the items back and leave with nothing, when I heard a voice from behind me. "I'll cover for you." I turned to see an older woman with a kind face, her shopping basket filled with just a few items. She smiled at me warmly, as if this was the most natural thing in the world. I tried to refuse, embarrassed, but she simply nodded and handed the cashier her card. "Please, it's okay," she said. Her words caught me off guard. It wasn't just the money. Her kindness, her quiet understanding, and the genuine warmth in her eyes made me feel seen in a way I hadn't felt in a long time. I thanked her over and over, but she just smiled and patted my hand gently. "Things will get better," she said. That small act of kindness stayed with me long after I left the store. It didn't change everything overnight, but it reminded me that there were still good people out there, and that I wasn't completely alone. I started to believe that maybe, just maybe, things could turn around. A few months later, I found a new job. I still think about that woman and her kindness whenever I see someone struggling, and I try to pay it forward in small ways.